Welcome to Jared, the Bossman Show with John Beckler. We got a great show for you this week. We'll be joined by Jared Zwerling from the NBA PA now. That's a great thing he's with now. Great guy. I can talk to him. Also, we have our man, Coach Matt McCall from Chattanooga, and Sytonnia Moore from SportsWireMag.com rejoins the show. But on the line with us already, our man who has a new job at the NBPA, doing great things. The new senior multimedia writer for them, Jared Zwerling. How you doing, Jared? Congrats, buddy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I just started about a month ago, so getting the ropes and things, but a lot of exciting things are happening here. It's a growing place, definitely an emerging brand in many ways, and we have a big 2016 ahead. So it's good to be in here now, kind of getting the ground foundation going of things to come. So
I hear that, man. So tell me this. What has this role been like for you so far in the month you've been there? And what does it mean to you personally to have this role, to be able to help the NBA players show the good they do, show them in a different light? So talk to me about the role, and what does it feel for you to have this role now?
Yeah, well, when I was going to be leading Bleach Report, I thought about the next step in my career, and I saw the NBPA, the NBA Players Association, as a place with access to players. I knew they had a website. I knew they had some content platforms, but they didn't really do a lot of what I was doing, in-depth stuff, video features. And so I saw the PA as an opportunity to really help them grow content with players and and just do things in different ways, take it to another level, basically. So, I sent a proposal, and I met with Michelle Roberts, the executive director of the union, and Roger Mason, who's the deputy executive director, and we talked for, a few months or so. And yeah, it was very entrepreneurial. They never had anybody like me on staff. In fact, I'm a one-man department right now. Teaching a lot of people here about the media industry, and it's great. It's really a great platform to grow. They have more of a focus on media and content, and like I said, we have some big plans, and so I can't get into what that is yet. But we're planning some things out for next year already, and it's a great new regime under Michelle. There's been a lot of new positions added here, and they're looking to do different things with players. For many years, the union was perceived as just doing CBA negotiations and a lot of the legal stuff, which is accurate. But now there's a lot of other things going on, and media content was one of the things that they wanted to into. So it was a great opportunity to bring that here, and I'm very excited.
So, Jared, it sounds to me like you got a one-man department, as you said. You need a couple interns, right? You need a couple interns down there.
It might be happening soon, man. Stay tuned. Well, I shouldn't say just a one-man department. I do have good support, but as far as the vision and building it up, I'm trying to make things happen on the fly. So, yeah, it's cool. I think in the world of content now, everyone's trying to leverage content. Content's a hot property. You look at the Players Tribune. You look at, and even with social media, and just all these different partnerships. I went to a conference 2 weeks ago called Hashtag. It was at the Hashtag Sports Conference, and it was all about how everyone is trying to leverage and monetize content, through mobile, digital, social, everything. So, the PA is thinking like that, and it's smart, and that's how I'm thinking too. You got to think entrepreneurially in this business, and you got to think how to be creative and tell different kinds of stories. And the NBA player and personality is so dynamic, not just on the court with the game and how it's progressing with speed and pick and rolls, but also off the court with fashion, entertainment, the way the game is growing globally. So there's a lot of things to tap into, and the brands are also international, from Nike to Jordan brand, even the Chinese brand. So yeah, there's so many ways to cover the NBA player now, and I think that's one of the reasons why PA is so attractive in the marketplace today.
And Jared, I want to kind of spin off on that a little bit. Going from your previous post with Bleacher Report, now moving on to a different side of things. What are some of the nuances and the differences that you see in your job? And obviously, you touched on a few of them with the marketing aspects of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the PA is. one of the things I saw with the PA was first of all, like I said, the access to players, but there's a lot of things that are not covered, in the media landscape. It's a Twitter world now of quotes and, controversial stuff, TMZ. A lot of players are frustrated. I've talked to a lot of players a lot. They're frustrated about their messages, how they're getting across. They're frustrated about, some things that the media is doing and how they're portraying them. I think it's okay to be fair and critical, but I don't think it's always good to be constantly negative about players. I think, and also just kind of keep their lives more to on the court. Like right now, for example, a lot of players are getting into the app space. Technology apps. A lot of players are interning at different places. I just talked to Chris Pope when he interned at Facebook over the summer. A lot of guys are partnering up or starting their own mobile apps. So that's an example of a story that I would want to do, which is good for the PA because it also highlights their lives off the court. And that's the thing with another mission with the PA is that it's not just about what they do on the court, but it's about facilitating their lives beyond basketball. When they finish their career playing, can they be positioned to succeed in the business world? So that's why there's a lot of good synergy with really highlighting players more off the court here, because it's a great platform. The players are very engaged with that. That's a lot of what I've done in my past jobs at ESPN, for example, and Bleacher Report. And I'm just looking to attack that head on here in this new position.
Yes, indeed. And folks, we're joined by our guy, Jared Zwerling from the NBPA. We've seen multimedia writer for them. And Jared, Nazir Muhammad posted a blog about longevity in the league on the NBAPA site, and I really enjoyed it. Is Nazir's template is a template that you all want to let all the players come in, all the young guys, the mid-career guys know, hey, this is how you stay in the league, and help them progress from there and, furthermore, grow themselves as a player and grow their afterlife, their brand after they got to be in the NBA. So that's what you all want to do, kind of use Nazir's example for that for your guys?
Yeah, I think, there's a lot of player programs that happen throughout the PA. Roger Mason is a big facilitator of that. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that the fans aren't aware of. There's a lot of symposiums and panel discussions. There's programs from learning about franchising with QSRs, quick service restaurants. Junior Bridgman played in the NBA, and now his net worth is like $800 million by franchising with Wendy's and Chili's. Jamal Rashburn, also a highly successful franchiser, entrepreneurship. They have panels and programs on that. So a lot of stuff. And also the NBA is great too. I don't want to say it's all about the PA. The league itself does a great job. They have the rookie transition program. They do a lot of stuff during All-Star Weekend. There's a ton of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to help guys beyond basketball. And a lot of that stuff is not really covered. So I think you look at the statistics. The average NBA career is about 3 years or so. You could be done playing at like 23, 22. So can you be able to sustain a life beyond basketball? So it's exciting to be able to be here. And I think, at the end of the day, I'm still a journalist by heart, and I want to be fair and accurate and tell the truest, most engaging stories that really portray players and not just positive lights, but also in real lights. And I think, there's definitely ways to do that. I think that Nazir Muhammad's a great example of that. We'll do more stories like that. Also with younger players on how they're exploring their lives in different ways. So it's going to be a great combination of stuff.
Now, Jared, recently you were in Oakland for Ring Night with the Warriors, and I'm interested to get your take on that ceremony, what it was like for you, and what do you feel it was like for those young group of players to get that championship ring?
A lot of success with teams doesn't really happen on the court. It starts really off the court with team chemistry, bonding, and what they do off the court, how they just enjoy their time together. And the Warriors, the true definition of that. I was around the team for 3 days, and it's just such a great unit of guys. Like, Draymond Green signs that max deal, and Stephen Curry is just the man of the hour, league MVP, and Harrison Barnes wants to get paid, but that's not the focus right now. He wants to try to win a championship and another championship. So there's a lot of talented, well-paid guys, but they all get along. The chemistry is really good, and they're a deep team. And the ring ceremony was, I think that the best anecdote I have was in the locker room after the game. I was in there with Andre Iguodala and Draymond Green. They were the last two guys to leave the locker room. Actually, Stephen Curry was, so he had to do a segment with Kristen Ledlow on Inside Stuff. But Draymond and Andre were showing the rings to some lucky reporters in there. And, you know, I remember at one point, like, we were crowding around Draymond, and he opened up the box ring. And the ring actually came with a automated sort of a turntable. So it just kind of kept moving automatically, so you can see the full features of the ring. But as we were all kind of crowding around the ring and taking photos of it and videos of it, you know, it was about 20, 30 seconds, and Draymond's like, wait, you guys want to talk to the ring? You guys want to talk to me? And everyone was just so enamored with the ring and, like, taking close-ups of it. But, yeah, it was cool. I mean, like I said, a great group of guys, and the fans were awesome. It's the loudest arena I've ever been to. I've been to about half the arenas in the NBA. It's by far the loudest I've been to. And it was fun. It was a great night. Draymond definitely captured the night, though. He's hilarious. He's funny. And that fact that he was so close with the reporters with the rings was really an awesome moment, in private behind the scenes.
And Jared, sadly, we lost a member of the NBA family in Flip Saunders. I also want to know, in your interaction with him, how was it to be around Flip Saunders, and what kind of legacy you think he'll leave on the NBA? What would the NBA remember about Flip Saunders the most, that all these years he's been in the league and doing what he's doing for players and as a general manager, as a part owner? So let's talk a little bit about Flip Saunders, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure. Well, interesting. You know, I think he was one of the shortest head coaches at about 5'10", 5'11". So, but really just awesome, friendly. I saw him every year most of the time at, really when I got a chance to talk to him, and when he was probably more, just a little more free. As you know, during the NBA season, coaches are, you know, it's tough to get some of their time, but I saw him a lot during Vegas Summer League out there, and he was always a great presence there, and just, yeah, he always wanted to see how you were doing. And, you know, I'm sure you've heard all the tributes from all the guys. It's true. I mean, he's definitely a great guy. I think he was very well known for his offensive playbook, starting back in the day with Stephon Marbury and KG. You know, as you know, KG and Flip started their career together in 1995. I think Flip took over that year. I forget who the head coach was that he took over, but Flip and KG started their career together. So, you know, he coached those two guys. You know, he never went to the highest level of basketball, to the finals or anything like that, but offensively, he was one of the best in that department. And but I saw him more from the personality standpoint. Just he was always asking how you're doing, and sometimes in the life of professional sports with egos and not a lot of time to talk to people, sometimes you don't get the, you know, how are you? You know, how's your work doing? A lot of times it's only one-sided, but Flip was always, you know, making sure you were good too. And that was definitely a cool thing I saw from them.
You know, and I'm interested to know, Jared, if you're able to share any information about any kind of like special projects, events that you've been, you know, kind of having your eye on or working towards. Even though you've been there a short period of time, I'm sure there's things that you have in your mind. If you could share anything with us that we can look forward down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I would say just stay tuned for more, you know, I would say video interviews with guys, you know, with shoot-arounds, you know, definitely more video type stuff. I do have some cool, like, one-off video projects that I'm working on. I'm going to be doing something with Justice Winslow in early December down in Miami, so that should be pretty cool. I'm actually going to be in Chicago next week with Pau Gasol doing a story. So those are just a few things I'm working on. You know, Jordan Clarkson, I spent time with Jordan Clarkson, which was actually a fun story. I was with him this past Saturday at the Lakers Hotel. Activision actually surprised Jordan. Jordan's a big Call of Duty fan, as many NBA players are. So Activision actually surprised Jordan with a brand new PlayStation 4. And I went to the team hotel, and I actually played Call of Duty with Jordan in his hotel room. So that was pretty fun. The story's coming out, I think, tomorrow or the next day. So yeah, just things like that. You know, I say stay tuned, because hopefully the stuff I'm working on you guys will enjoy, fans will like. But yeah, I'm working on like a lot of video projects, features, you know, from LeBron James down to the 13th man on the bench. You know, I think that's one thing that you'll probably see a little different. I think with me with the PA, maybe a Bleacher Report and ESPN, you know, sometimes when you work for a major media company, you have to focus on some of the bigger names, because it's really what fans want to read about and hear about. But with the PA, you know, we do represent and work with all the players. So, you know, one day you might read about a guy who might be the 15th man on the bench, but he might have a really cool story. So that's the cool thing about working here too, is I'll be able to tell stories that maybe I didn't get a chance to do in the past. But because we do work with a lot of the players, and it is the NBA overall, that you'll see maybe some more different types of stories and with different players. So,
well, Jared, I'll say it is: if you need 2 interns, you don't need to make an Atlanta office. John are available. We would love that role for you. You know, if you need that, we're open to it. Just know, John and JR wants to be interns. Help you open the office in Atlanta. We're good.
Hey, don't start, man. I may start getting you on a resume builder here. So, hey, always good to chat, man. If you have any even story ideas or thoughts, or like I said, if I'm down there, we'll do something in house for sure. So, but yeah, no, I appreciate it, man.
Yes, indeed, man. I'm gonna tell you. I tell you what, man. I love your work. I'm looking forward to covering you at the PA now. So the PA and the Bossman Show are 1 and 1. We're together. So just know, if you want to break down here in the Atlanta area, or however you want to do it, man, just say on there. I'm telling you right now, you feel free. We'll do it. No questions that we got you.
Well, actually, yeah. Well, actually, one story could be interesting is Kyle Korver. He has a big campaign against human trafficking. Actually, he's actually been pretty public about that on his Instagram. Those are the kind of stories that might be appealing and might be interesting to look into. A lot of guys have different, not just foundations, but things that they support. I've covered I'm trying to think like Kyle Anderson has a suicide prevention program. In honor of his friend that passed away. So, every guy has some kind of special, connection with the cause or a foundation. I just talked to Michael Carter Williams, on Friday. Michael Carter Williams has an involvement with the Special Olympics. And this year he's going to be donating $5 for every assist that he has to Special Olympics Wisconsin. So that's the thing too. I think that a lot of guys are doing some cool stuff, and, in the grind of the season, where we all get so busy and doing a lot of stuff, that stuff sometimes is overlooked. So, hopefully I can bring some attention to that stuff and more. So, but yeah.
And that you will. Well, Jared, we thank you for your time this evening, man. We appreciate it. We got to do it again real soon, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Anytime, man. Let me know.
All right, now. That was Jared Zwerling from the NBPA, Players Association, Senior Multimedia Writer. Coming up next, one of your favorite Chattanooga Mocs head coach, Matt McCall, on the Bossman Show. After the break.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to do 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play. illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Spreaker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind, ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Welcome to the Bossman Show with John Beckler. Was joined by from the NBPA, Jared Zwerling on the Bossman Show. But then we're joined by one of our favorite guests, one of your favorite guests as well, Coach of the Chattanooga Mocs, doing big things in Chattanooga, Tennessee, right off the road from us here. Coach Matt McCall on the Bossman Show. Coach, how you feeling, man?
Bossman, I'm feeling good, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Yes, indeed, Coach. I enjoyed our first visit coming down. Saw you at the office. I love that as well. And, Coach, since you've been in Chattanooga these past 6 months, tell me this. What has been the biggest difference you've seen in your program since you've been there? And what aspects are you most happiest with about since you've been at Chattanooga for the program's growth, in your opinion?
Yeah, Bossman, it's been great. Obviously, I think that, over these last 6 months, we really had an opportunity to just even get to know each other, and try to really listen. We're about to embark on a journey starting on Friday night that, there's going to be a lot of ups, there's going to be some downs, but we're excited to go through it together. Been really happy and pleased with, just how these guys have really taken to our system and our style and kind of run with it. And, obviously we'll get an opportunity to put that to the test on Friday night, but, just been really, really pleased with how they've welcomed us as a team, my whole staff, and looking forward to getting the whole thing started.
Coach, you have some returning starters in Casey Jones, Justin Toyo, and Greg Pryor, but you also have some newcomers this season. And I'm interested to know, out of those returnees and the newcomers, who do you expect to really step up and give the team a boost this year?
Well, I think, we got 9 juniors and seniors, and we played an exhibition game the other night. All 9 of those guys play basically 6 minutes and above. And we got to try to stick with that rotation as far as, playing our bench and using our depth to our biggest advantage. But, the 4 guys you talked about, Toyo, Greg Pryor, Casey Jones, and, Eric Roberson, who played a big role last year for him. I think he shot 46% on the season from 3. And then we do have some newcomers. Jonathan Burroughs-Cook is a guy out of Memphis. That's a junior, his freshman season at College of Charleston, who I think you'll see him, really in the rotation. He has a different dynamic than Pryor, just with his speed and athleticism at the point guard spot. And then guys like Trey McClain, Chuck Esther, and Duke Etheridge, those 3 guys all played last year. But I think a guy like Trey McClain could really take off and flourish in our system. He had a big night for us in our exhibition game and playing with a lot of confidence right now. And I'd say the same thing for Chuck and Duke. But, those 9 guys, and then D. Oldham, who's a transfer from UT Martin, actually a eligible player right away, kind of round out the 9. And, we do have some new guys, some freshmen. But I think, like all freshmen, there's an adjustment they're going through right now as far as the speed of the game and how fast the game is and how hard they have to play and how physical the game is. But, just been really pleased overall with all the returnees and excited about, sprinkling in some of these new guys as well.
Good folks, we're joined by Coach Matt McCall, Chattanooga Mocs on the Bossman Show. Coach, looking at it from the outside, it seems like you got a lot of guys, Coach, that are between 6'1" and 6'7". You feel this will allow your guys to play aggressive and fast on both offense and defense while being able to interchange them pretty easily because they're all the same exact height. You keep the same flow, the same plays going. So what do you feel about having those guys in that range to kind of work with all year long?
Yeah, you know what? I think the biggest thing, boss man, is we're long, we're athletic. We need to press. We need to create turnovers. We need to try to give ourselves as many opportunities out on the break as we possibly can. But you're right. I think that we have a good balance. And, again, going back to our depth, with how we want to play and how we want to press and run and do those types of things, you got to be able to play your bench. You got to be able to sub guys because you're going to get tired. And, I think that does give us a little bit of an advantage just with the amount of guys that we can play and some similar guys that you're able to slide around and move in some different positions and put different lineups on the floor. You put a fast lineup on the floor. You put a bigger lineup on the floor. You can do some different things. So it gives us some flexibility, which obviously as a coach, you really like that.
Now, Coach, you have a fair amount of youth on the team right now, and I'm interested to know what are some of the main points that you're stressing to these younger guys as you guys come and prepare for this season?
I think the biggest thing, man, is just those guys understanding the process and, the results that they want individually right now as far as playing an enormous amount, getting on the floor, minutes, all that stuff. Like, that needs to come secondary to the process. And the process is getting better every single day. And, they need to learn as much as they can from these older guys. I mean, 9 juniors and seniors. That's a lot of knowledge. That's a lot of experience. And our younger guys need to learn as much as they possibly can from them because, eventually they're going to be the veteran guys, when they're going to have to pass the experience along to the younger guys coming in. So my biggest thing to them is just staying focused on the process. And if you're not happy with your individual result right now, you can't get frustrated with that, and you need to continue to get better each and every day.
And, Coach, and I want to get your opinion on this. This is very important to you guys' season as well. What are some key games in your non-conference league that you're going to say to yourself, I know where my guys are? So if you can, Coach, share with us some games you got circled on your calendar. I know you got Georgia circled on Friday. What's the other ones you got circled to say, hey, I know where my team is based on how they play against these guys?
Well, right now we can only focus on Georgia, and that's an unbelievable challenge for us. But it doesn't get any easier. You come home, play a home game, and you go to Illinois and to Iowa State. So, your first basically 3 out of your 4 games are against all borderline NCAA tournament teams. 2 teams that were actually in the tournament last year. So, again, boss man, I'm just trying to keep these guys focused on the process of we got to get better every single day. And if we can get a little bit better every single day and stay focused on that, we'll be playing our best ball from January, March, and February. And that's obviously the ultimate goal.
And one of the things, Coach, that JR and I find so interesting about your profession is building chemistry within your team. With the newcomers we spoke about, with the returning starters, how do you create that right mix of chemistry in order for you guys to be successful on the court?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, is you got to continue to stress teams. You got to continue to stress that, each of their individual success depends on the team's success and the guys in the room and the guys in the locker room. And you got to stay focused on that. And, understanding that, all your dreams and all your goals individually can be achieved if you focus on the team. If you start getting wrapped up in, your individual numbers and points and minutes and stuff like that, our goals as a team aren't going to be achieved. And, just continue to focus on that. And the one thing is we got really, really, really good kids. And, they get joy and excitement out of seeing each other do well. And, that makes, our job as coaches easier from the standpoint of continuing to hammer teams and focus on the team.
And, Coach, before you go, I want to ask you to do this for me in the show. Tell my listeners in Atlanta and my listeners in Nashville about you and your program some more because I want them to come support you all. I've been talking about you guys on the air a lot this offseason, so I want you to tell them yourself, as the man head in charge of Chattanooga Mouse basketball, Coach Pat McCall, tell my listeners why they should come to Chattanooga and check you guys out and play.
I think, boss man, the biggest thing is just it's exciting. It's going to be an exciting brand of basketball that fans are going to enjoy watching. From our defensive schemes and style of pressing and getting up and down to trying to take full advantage of the 3-point line and playing fast on offense. I think it's exciting. And obviously Chattanooga is a great town. You can come and hit up a great restaurant, get something good to eat, and come see some exciting basketball, on a night. And we would appreciate all the support because the more people we can get in McKenzie Arena, the bigger advantage it gives us at home games. And again, I think it's going to be an exciting brand of basketball that people are going to really, really enjoy watching.
And, Coach, I tell you what, I've been telling people about Chattanooga. I said, look, it's right off downtown. And
There
like
you go.
me, I love Buffalo Wild Wings. So I go down there and take some Buffalo Wild Wings. Go check out the game and enjoy some Mox basketball.
There you go. There you go, boss man.
But Coach, anytime you want to come on the show, Coach, between now and the season, let me know. We'll make it happen.
You got
Coach.
it, man. Hope to see some people in Athens on Friday night.
Yes, indeed, Coach. And you trust, because we have your back. Because we're training for you. We don't cheer for Georgia. We're cheering for the Mox on Friday night. Not Georgia. The Mox, Coach. We got you.
My man. I appreciate you guys having me on.
All right, Coach McCall. You be good now.
All right, brother.
All right. That was Chattanooga Mox head coach, Matt McCall on the Bossman Show. Yes, where I said it. We cheer for the Chattanooga Mox, not the Georgia Bulldogs. We are Mox fans, not Bulldogs. You know what I mean? And all this, so we know what's it. Coming up next, she's back. Sytonnia Moore on the Bossman Show after the break.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech, and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Spreaker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Welcome to the Gerald the Bossman Show without John Beckler, who had to take a hiatus for this interview. I don't know why. Maybe it was scandalous. I don't know. But with that being said, we're joined by who I haven't talked to her in months. I don't know where the hell she went, but she's back. Sytonnia on the Bossman Show. What's up, scandalous one?
Hi, Bossman. How are you? And John is absent. Hey, John, wherever you are. You guys are so funny. I love it. How have you been?
I've been living life. I've been doing big things and traveling.
Well, you're like always living life. I'm jealous of your life. You have a social life. I have none.
You can have a social life as well. Yes, you can. You can.
I'm just going to start hanging out with you guys. You all have all the fun.
Yes, indeed. Always. You didn't know that? we are the walking, living party bus. You didn't know that?
That's a walking, living party bus. You crack me up. Of course, yeah. You guys, I'm telling you, I've got to hang out with you guys one night. We have way too much fun.
Very much so. And, folks, I'll tell you what about Sytonnia. I walk in the arena. Who do I see for the first time? I see Sytonnia. I ain't been there in months. Who I see walking the door? Sytonnia.
And ladies, you have to be careful. You have to watch Bossman. He is a bad boy. Like, he comes in with all of the life and everything. He's just so bad. And I have this picture of you. I'm going to send it to you. I started to post it on social media, but I thought maybe I'll wait. I'll get his approval first. It gives a glimpse into the bad side.
Hey, she's bad, too. She wears cat suits to games, okay?
It wasn't supposed to exactly be a cat suit, but I think it turned out that way. Yeah, it kind of looked that way. I think I was just facing curvy.
Just showing everything you working with.
I couldn't have in his sweatpants. I can't hide it. I've tried. It just doesn't work.
It's just like, it was like, wham. You know, I'm used to seeing her. I'm used to it. But it's like, really? The cat suit today? On my first day back, the cat suit. Okay, I got you.
I'm glad you liked it.
Very much so. Caught my attention. Like,
you cracked me up.
So that's what's up. Speaking of our Hawks, they're 8-2.
They are
real well. You know, they was down by 30 to Minnesota. I don't know how that happened, but oh well. Almost came back, lost that game, but the guys are playing well. So, how you like the new team with Coach Bud having Bazemore starting, Tabo's back, Thiago Splitter? So, how you liking the flow so far this year?
Thiago Splitter is like a hidden gem. I love watching him play. He's very explosive, and he does work on both ends of the court. So, you gotta love that. And then Kid Bazemore, it's funny because he had like one game where it seemed that, couldn't really find his rhythm. And I remember post-game Coach Bud was talking about, well, he's just got to get comfortable. He's just got to find his game and, adjust. But, honey, let me tell you, he's like a leader on this team at this point. Usually he's the one that's averaging the most points for the Hawks. And I'm just very impressed. He stepped into that small forward role that Damari Carroll left vacant quite nicely. And he seems to be adjusting quite well. And, he's been on the team. So one thing you have to give the Hawks credit for is they're a very unselfish team. They don't mind sharing the ball. They love to get all of their players involved. And if we can just keep them moving the ball around a lot and just keep capitalizing on offense, we're good. And they've been hitting the boards like they need to and defending the perimeter as well. So I remember one game a couple of games ago, they let somebody get off like 50 shots from around the perimeter. And I'm like, how do you leave? No, that's not going to work. Even though we won, but you can't have that kind of stuff happening. So it's good to see them finding their rhythm and adjusting. I love what Coach Bud is doing. I love me some Coach Bud. I love what he's doing. I even love I love the new look. I love the new uniforms. Even they're like, I like to call them skinny sweatpants. It's like everything is different. And they seem to be just creating a new image and a new game for the Atlanta Hawks. And I'm loving it. And Kent Bazemore, very impressed with him. And I'm going to tell you another thing that I'm impressed with, too. When Kyle Korver was out, Coach Bud started Schroeder and Teague at the same time in the backcourt for a few games. And I thought that with that amount of speed, with those guys going 100 miles per hour, like it's hard to defend. And I think it's something that he needs to do every now and then, even though Kyle is back. I mean, just rotate the offense a little bit, the starting side a little bit, that is, and switch it up. Keep other teams guessing because it seems whatever we're doing, it seems to be working. But I was a little disappointed the other night. I don't know how we ended up down by that far, and then we fight to come back. It's almost like we like a challenge, but then we get too far behind, and there's just not enough time to do what we need to do. But you can't bank on that, like, for everything to go your way when it's coming down to the final, 120 seconds. So we will see. But so far, very impressed with the Hawks. I am. Even considering the two losses that we've had, I'm very impressed with them.
You must read my mind on my prep sheet because I had talking about Schroeder and Teague and Bazemore together with Horford and Millsap. Are you trying to tap into my laptop? I don't know it.
I'm watching you, Bossman. I'm watching you. No, just beautiful, great minds think alike. But I mean, you can't help but notice, and and I think also what it does too is it kind of gives Schroeder an incentive to stay because he is a starting type player. And there was a lot of talk a few weeks ago on whether or not he would stay with the Hawks because, of course, he wants a starting position. But we don't need to, between him and Teague, I mean, you can't go wrong either way. But Teague has been like the starting point guard. So the fact that Coach Bud is finding other ways to get him involved in the starting lineup, I think it's just good all across the board. And they are, like, collectively, they are quick. I mean, they are quick. That game goes fast, okay? Like, you just better just try to keep up. So, very impressed with those two. Very impressed. And very impressed with Schroeder. So, and he has a great following as well. So, I'm sure his fans are happy as well.
Now, last hard question. When are we going to see the freeing of Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. A friend of mine, he talks about this every week because we're like, what is the problem? Like, what's the holdup? Is he not fully in the system yet? Or, like, what is going on? I mean, because he's a shooter. So everyone's excited to see what he's going to do, but he has yet to hit the court. Like, I don't want to see any more DNPs. It's time for Tim Hardaway Jr. to hit the court. There's nothing wrong with him. From what I understand, he's absolutely healthy. So it just makes me wonder, like, it's like the great mystery, the great unknown. I don't know what the heck is going on with that, but it's about that time, and I don't want to see him. I want them to start him now. Not necessarily start, but in the sense of getting him going, because don't wait until we get to the playoffs or something like that and try to pull him out like your shotgun or something like that. Like, nah, I don't understand that. I don't know why they haven't thrown him in the game yet. That's, like, baffling to me because he's absolutely 100% healthy.
Yes, indeed, folks. We're joined by Sytonnia, the Catwoman in a cat suit, covering all the sports for you for SportsWireMag.com, and an actress, a DJ, a model, whatever you want her to be, she can be it for you. Call her Walmart or Costco Sam's. You know what it is.
Exactly, yeah. So true, though, yes. All of the above. I'll take it.
Yes, she will take it. Now, we're going to take on the Falcons because I don't know. They should be 9-0, Sytonnia. They blew the game in New Orleans with 3 turnovers, fumbles. Blew the Bucks game with turnovers, 4 of them. Then the 49er game, what in God's name are you doing? Losing to those bums. With Blaine Gabbert, the Jags reject quarterback, when you bench Colin Sackerpick? Are you kidding me? And what is going on? Has the Dan Quinn honeymoon already wore off? Because I'm hearing Falcon fans questioning and Quinn and jumping off the bandwagon already. So what in your great mind is wrong with the Falcons? How can they correct their errors over the bye week and come back and finish strong and get them a wild card spot in the playoffs?
It's funny because on one hand, it's like, I think the biggest problem is, like, they need more structure. Like, Coach Quinn coming in, it was like his thing was just go after it. Just get it done by any means necessary. Get that ball. Go after it. Just go after the ball. Just go after it. But you can't always just go after it. Like, you got to have a plan. And I just don't know. I just wonder, like, obviously sometimes our games are very structured, and then I think sometimes it's just kind of like you guys just get out there and play. And when we get out there and just play, it seems like we're falling apart. And also, some of our guys haven't been consistent. And, I'll say this. For one, they need to get, like you and I were talking earlier, they need to get Roddy White more involved. Like, that's baffling to me. And then, oddly enough, Matt Ryan, he's had some crazy games this season. But at the same time, he's on pace to pass for over 4,800 yards, which would be a career high for him. So It's like, again, another great mystery. I don't know what the heck is going on. It's like some days they just look like it's playground material for them, and then other games they don't know where they are. And it's like it's so easy to lose a lead and lose a game. Now that one loss against Tampa Bay, I'll say I think greater forces were at play then, during that game, because you had the kid from Tampa Bay whose brother had been murdered like 48 hours before that, so he came in with some fire on his shoulders, like he was just playing with a lot of heart and soul, and racked up some franchise records, I believe, and tackles, etc. for Tampa Bay. But you're right, New Orleans, I don't understand. And in this past game, I'm not exactly what happened. I'm not sure about what happened either. So I would like to see, however, Roddy White get more involved. I mean, look to your veterans, get them more involved, more structure. You can't just always just go after the ball. Like, what is the plan? But Coach Quinn just seems to be like, however we need to get it done by any means necessary, let's just get it done. But sometimes by any means necessary, you need a plan. Like, and you're right, all eyes are on him. It is his first season, but at the same time, yeah, they want to see what he's going to do. So I'm hoping that the train hasn't come and gone just yet. I think he's got a lot of potential, and he's definitely changed the mentality of the team. But at the same time, you got to have structure all across the board, like A to Z, all across the board. So I think at times we just don't have that structure. I think it just looks like sometimes we're just out there. It's like, what are we doing? And it's not always safe to gamble. Sometimes stick to what you know, or the tried and true, and you might get better results. But we will see. We will see. And Julio Jones, it's funny because the AJC did a report where they were doing their grades right around this period, and they only gave him a B+. And Julio Jones is the type of receiver where he should have all A's. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that we need to get our stars more involved. We need to get our veterans more involved. We need more structure. It's not always just about going after the ball. Like, how are we going after the ball? Like, really define it. Get those guys on a course and stay on it. And we got to come out hard. You got to come out hard and you got to stay hard the whole game. Can't get soft. I mean, you might not be able to get it back up. No pun intended. But,
wow.
It's just like we don't always come out and stay 100%. And I think that's the one thing that hurts us along the way as well.
And folks, as usual, when Sytonnia comes on, we have a sexual innuendo of some form of fashion on the show.
Hey, girls in sports, you can't live without it, right?
Hey, I'm trying to behave right now, not say something regrettable over there.
I love it. You crack me up.
Final question before I get thrown off the air for good for the FCC.
Right. Forgot about those guys.
What's going on in Sports Wire, man? What's the projects you got coming up? Any movies you need to tell me about? Any more fashion you need to tell me about? You going to drop on at the Hawks games? A dress, a two-piece? What you got going on? Talk to me.
The fashion, you will have to just keep your eyes open and watch. But
of course,
we'll be watching. We're getting ready for our next edition, and we're doing it's like the ladies edition. So we're featuring WNBA superstar and Olympian Angel McCall on the cover, and I'm here to tell you, it's beautiful. Like, it's interesting because a lot of these female basketball players, they just keep it simple a lot of the time. They're just very relaxed in their jeans or their sweats or whatever. But, we put her in a dress. We put her in, makeup, and she's gorgeous. She could totally hit anybody's runway. So that's going to be a beautiful cover that I think the promos have already attracted a lot of people. And we're also going to have a lot of articles in there as well. I myself, I'm working on a few pieces. One with work done. Of course, we're all familiar with what he's been doing in the community. He's purchased given away over 145 homes and furnished a lot of them as well for underprivileged single parents. So that's a story that's been garnering a lot of attention and well-deserved as well. I mean, I love to see athletes who take their, take it from the field and just continue to do great work for other people in the community. And that's definitely what he's doing. He's setting a great example, and I'm excited about that feature. But I'm also doing a feature on domestic violence in sports. So we've had a lot of situations in the past year or two. So we're going to take a closer look at that. And what else? A lot of good topics. I don't want to bore you with the whole lineup or give everything away because I want people to buy the mag. But
buy the mag and chip me off some too, people. Chip me off like a commission fee off of it too, people.
Yes, seriously. And no, I need to get an article in there about you as well. So you and your show, and so I'll be following up with you because I definitely want to chit chat with you a little bit and get you featured in the next edition because it's going to be a good one, and it's the ladies edition. So you're a bad boy. We got to get you in there. So.
Lord knows I am a bad boy. Yes, indeed.
Yes, you are.
I own that all day long.
I love it.
So it's as always, Sytonnia, it's fun. Don't stay away 5 damn months, okay?
I won't, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you'll have me back next week, and hopefully I'll see you soon at a Hawks game or something, or maybe I'll.
You got to ask John that question. Is this week to book the show?
I'll ask John. Wherever John is, he's MIA.
So I will ask him about next week. He'll let me know, and I'll let you know.
Sounds like a plan, and it's always good to talk to you.
You be good. Stay scandalous. Stay out of them cat suits, okay? Unless I'm around.
I will. I'll try. All right, darling.
You be good, honey.
I'll try, and thank you so much.
All right.
All righty. Bye.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Spreaker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Mickey on the track.
To the Bossman Show. JR here with John Beckler here doing our thing here. We were joined by our coach Matt McCall, Jared Zwerling, and Sytonnia Moore. You've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. John Crenshaw. Florida man's arrested after peeing on co-worker after refusing to help buy lunch.
The denial of a lunch purchase does not warrant the golden shower, JR. That is not a fitting. It is not a fitting reaction to not being able to eat lunch. You know, if I come to you, JR, we're rocking out in the studio one day, and I'm like, yo, JR, I'm like, I need a couple bucks for lunch, and you're like, no, man, I can't help you out. I took my lady out last night, spent all my money. I don't have any money extra for you. I'm not gonna whip it up and pee on you, dude. I'm not gonna do that. I hope not. I'm just throwing it out there. So apparently, Florida man has not learned that lesson. Just so you know, if that scenario plays down between you and I, don't worry, I'm not gonna be there.
It's perfect. And a naked Oregon burglar arrested after getting sleeping couples bed and kissing husband and getting a grade A ass whooping afterwards.
Oh my god, dude. Could you imagine if some dude creeped up in your bed and started like rubbing up on you and kissing you while you were sleeping? Dude, I would, oh my god. Like, I'd flip, dude. I would flip out on that guy. Oh my god. Like, Oregon man he's been listening to the report too much, man. He's starting to act like Florida man, you know? He's starting to bite Florida man's moves.
Exactly. Oh, here we go. You know this. Florida urban driver arrested after trading rides with a sloppy toppy.
You knew it was going to come up sooner or later, man. You know, Uber, it's all good until, you know, things like this happen. If something seems too good to be true, there's a reason. Sooner or later, we're going to start hearing these stories about Uber rides and so on and so forth. So, frankly, I'm a little surprised we haven't heard it up until this point. But, hey, listen, man. I guess it's your prerogative, right? You're giving somebody a ride. If that's how you want them to pay you, then the barter system is in effect.
And a California Taco Bell executive was arrested and fired after slapping and punching Uber driver over fees, tabs, and smell of volume.
Well, okay, I just want to toss this out there. If you're an executive for a corporation like Taco Bell, right, you got to be pulling in some bank, yeah? Yes. Okay, what are you doing with the Uber driver? Like, why are you even in that scenario? Call car service, right? Alright, that's the first thing. Like, you're whatever. You want to take an Uber ride, you need an Uber ride, go for it. That's fine. But then why you gotta get up on the guy's business? Because maybe he's got a little fun on him. You know, he's been driving around town for 25 hours straight, picking up people, getting a sloppy toppy. He's gonna smell a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly, man. Oh, Jesus, it's good already. Florida man's arrested after getting popped watching porn on cell phone while teaching a 9th grade reading class.
That's just that's porn addiction, right? If that's the scenario that you found yourself in, you're watching porn during you're teaching a class, you're watching porn. Okay, now I'm not going to go so far as to say as watching porn at work, because that's probably a pretty common occurrence among the male species of the population. Send you like a picture, whatever, that happens. But if you're teaching a 9th grade reading class, you might want to, ease off the throttle a little bit when it comes to the porn. Like, dude, you can't wait until, in between classes to check out your porn. Like, what the heck, man? That's rough. You gotta get into a 12-step for that.
Exactly. New York man arrested after get this. Blessing and rubbing multiple women with his natural lotion on flight while they slept.
I'm assuming that by natural lotion you mean what I think you mean.
Yes.
Oh my god. Dude, what? They don't want that. They don't want that. They're just trying to sleep their way across country wherever they're flying. Look, Jared, you travel. There's times when screwed up, you've been maybe up for, 15, 16, 17 hours straight, and you just want to crash out, right? And when you fall asleep, then in that scenario, you're out, man. Like nothing's waking you up. You're out. You wake up in another town. You're zonked out. If you woke up and some dude had rubbed his mandible all over you, oh my, dude, that's just it's disgusting to me. I don't even know, man. Like I would be furious. What do you do? Like, is that you file suit against the airline for creating an unsafe environment in that regard, or what?
I would think you can. They're responsible parties who brought this imbecile to your midst, so I would think so.
And nobody noticed him, like, punching the clown and then walking up and down the aisle, smearing it all over the place. Like, what? No, the stewardess didn't recognize, or the flight attendant didn't recognize that this guy was asking for, like, way too many hot towels, Like, what? How did nobody notice this? Moving on.
Yeah. Oh, God. And here we go. Florida man arrested after waving at customers while masturbating outside a grocery store.
He was waving at customers while masturbating?
Yes.
I guess that's kind of like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time, right? Like it's like waving and, yes. I don't know, man. Listen, we're all guys here, right, JR? Like, I understand, the urge hits you periodically, and sometimes you gotta take care of it, but standing outside the store, waving at people as they go by is not the place to do it. It's supposed to be, done in the privacy of your home, or wherever you can steal away to get the job done. I don't ever remember a time in my life when I felt compelled to stand on the street, masturbating and waving at passersby. I never experienced that.
Never lost my mind, period. I'm all about private.
Yeah, I mean, whatever floats your boat, right?
Exactly. You're gonna love this one. Oregon man arrested after being caught ripping it out and, quote, tapping his lever to the pictures of sexy costumes in the Halloween shop.
Did you say tapping his lever?
Yes.
Oh my God. Alright, that's the first one. Great. That's a great take right there. Tapping the lever. Secondly, okay, are you really that's how horny you are? Is it turned on by the pictures of the people in the costumes in the costume shop? I mean, come on. Like, our society is so sexualized. Like, all you have to do is turn on the TV, look at any magazine. There's a million places during the course of the day. Hell, you could sit on the street corner and watch women walk by and become and have more, I would say, visual stimulation than looking at the costume people in the costume store. What in God's name is wrong with this dude? Like, Oregon, out of nowhere, out of left field today, I was not expecting this Oregon. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are smoking up there, but it's starting to take effect.
Very much so. And Florida man becomes mayor of Bradenton Beach after winning a card game.
Okay, let's just back it up real quick. So this is in Bradenton Beach?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the political system there whereby you can lose your mayoral seat in a card game? Like, what? Is this a retirement community, or like what is going on here?
It's on the coast. I would say yes. Bradenton Beach, yes.
Oh my God. I just thought I would have to bet a fly on the wall during that whole exchange.
Yes. Also the mayoral seat. And Indiana dog named Trigger steps on gun, shoots only in the foot, now is being investigated for being, get this, domestic violence.
They're investigating the dog for domestic violence?
Yes.
Dude, people are so stupid, man. Like, it's You know what it's called, JR? It's called an accident. The dog stepped on the gun and shot the dude in the foot. He's lucky he didn't shoot him somewhere else. Listen, just be lucky you get a shot in the foot. Trigger don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Trigger is not messing around. If you don't get Trigger his milk going on time, you better watch your back. He's gonna start popping caps.
Unless you're Florida, man, you can take your dog out and take your last beer.
Right. See, Florida man, listen, you gotta get Florida man and Indiana dog in the mix together somehow and see how that plays out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I like it. And Florida man's arrested. I'm telling police, quote, his car was serving his quote, I'm rolling the blunt and touching my junk.
What is up with the self-gratification on the police report today, dude? Like, what? Okay, how do you expect to do either one of those things accurately at the same time? There is no way. Okay, JR, I've rolled tons of blunts in my day. Okay, tons. It's a two-hand activity. It is a two-hand activity. So, I don't know, A, if you're rolling it with one hand, you're not doing a very good job. It's gonna be a bad smoke. Second of all, if you're driving with your knees, how is that even possible? You're driving with your knees, right? Okay? You've got the Belize up in the right hand, and you're rolling it up. And then in the left hand, you got your junk, and you're taking care of business. So that's just way too much going on. As far as I'm concerned, that falls under the category of distracted driving.
In the least, yes. You're in distracted driving.
I mean, listen, put one of the cigars down, is what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yes, indeed. And a California woman jumps from car and breaks her ankle, but she accidentally thinks that the deaf driver is trying to kidnap her and tear her cakes to pieces.
She just like freaked out, huh?
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. You bet it's also gonna jump out of a moving vehicle.
Yeah, I've seen it crash.
What did you do?
I kept it.
Listen, it's hard to stop when you're going 95. And I just want to put it out there, my man has a lead foot, so
Yes, I do.
by the time JR realized what happened, he was already three counties away.
I was on the Florida Turnpike. It was nighttime on the Florida Turnpike heading to Georgia. And somebody was, I guess, in a chase or something, and some cat jumped out of the damn Escalade window.
Listen, I talked to JR one day, and he was leaving Atlanta, and he was heading to Nashville, I think. Okay, 2 hours later, he calls me, and he had already been in Nashville for like 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, how in the hell are you there already? He's like, I was just rolling on the highway, John.
Exactly. Once you get past Atlanta, you get slumped in.
It's crazy. My man has got a lead foot. You never know, folks. You might show up at the door someday, take you for a joyride.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed, I shall. Here we go. Florida woman doesn't realize she's pregnant. So her water breaks at Walmart and later gives birth to a 14-pound baby.
There is no way that you've got a 14-pound watermelon in your stomach and you don't know it's there. There's no
She was
way.
a big, very big woman, John.
Dude, I don't know.
Very big. She probably realized she was pregnant.
I guess it's hard for me to speculate because I'm not a woman, but I'm just saying, like, I would like to think, JR, that if there was another human being growing inside me, that I would notice that at some point.
I would think so as well. You threw me off the switch.
At some point, like I had a broken back, right? And I noticed that, it came up and bit me. So I'm thinking that if there was like some other medical issue, I had a baby growing inside me, like my food consumption tripled over the course of 3 months. Like, am I just really super hungry, or am I feeding for two? At some point, it would have to dawn on me that you were going to give birth to a 14 pound baby. You're 14 pounds. That's like a toddler.
Exactly.
Damn.
They had to cut that out. Ain't no way she put that one down.
I would hope so.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, you push a 14 pounder out, and it's like, hot dog down the hole for the rest of your life.
Nothing but air. There ain't a wall there anymore.
Only person that's making you happy is Shaq.
Or my man from Cambodia who can't find a girl on painkillers.
Right. Oh, God. Okay. We have derailed here. Feel free to just slide on by.
Get this. South African man arrested after being busted with 21 separate vaginas in his freezer.
Okay, alright. I'm trying to think of, like, what is it? Like, a severed vagina. Okay, okay. Like, is he just, like, slicing the external portion of the vagina off?
It was some external, some internal. I saw him in the picture.
So he was mutilating women and keeping these. That's freaky. That's some freak show stuff right there. I don't know. I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how you're going about doing that. You just grabbing a hold of it and scalping it like an Indian, or like what? How do you come to sever a vagina?
Exactly. They have women EVs. Yeah, they have EVs.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know about that. Like, what? I can't even speculate there.
Exactly. And nothing. Is he mad at all the men took off their jobs separate as well? Is he trying to retaliate for that?
It could be like a little, eye for an eye type scenario, but here's where I come on this, JR. No matter how he's doing it, I enjoy and I respect the vagina. Okay? So I'm just putting it out there right now. I do not appreciate this man's actions. You are depriving the world of vagina, and that's not a good thing.
Exactly. And Florida men arrested after sticking John, get this, broom handle up woman's butt at Burger King.
Like, what? This is how sad it is for Florida man on the police report. Like, they don't even give it a second thought that he had sodomized someone with a broomstick. What surprises me is that he did it at Burger King. Okay, that's how far off the rails Florida man is going. It's not even surprising that he stuck a broomstick up some director, but it is surprising that he did it at Burger King. So, just to give you an idea of how many times I've done it before, that's how desensitized I am to Florida man's shenanigans. Like, it's not even a second thought. Oh, he stuck something up someone's butt? Okay, at Burger King? No! Why at Burger King did they, like, were you upset that they didn't give you your buffalo chicken fries? Or like, what is the, by the way, I had the buffalo chicken fries this past weekend, Jared. They are tasty. I'm putting it out there for the listeners. They are tasty. Yeah, they're good. They're not like, what you would expect as far as buffalo sauce. They're not real spicy. They're not like hot spicy at all. They just got a little bit of the buffalo wing flavor to them, It's real simple.
Nice. Florida man. And we got more to go for you people. West Virginia man arrested after breaking into middle school and demanding to sing Justin Bieber songs on the intercom.
Again, this is one of those stories, Jay. How did you get from A to B to C? Like, how did you wake up in the morning? You cannot tell me that this man woke up in the morning and the first thing that's planned was, I gotta get my piano today. I'm gonna do it in the middle school. I'm gonna go to the middle school. And they have a mic down there. I'm gonna hop on the mic and I'm gonna sing to the children. Like, how did you get from having a cup of coffee and some toast in the morning to in front of the mic singing a cappella Bieber songs in a middle school? How did you get there?
Yeah.
At a bonus level, no doubt.
Still one of the best Bossman Show takes ever.
Oh my God. That's what he told the cops, right? The cops came, he did something, and he told the cops, like, listen, man, the men have me on my level.
Yes. It's one of the best takes ever.
That's just crazy.
Man. 90 21-year-old Florida man was arrested after shooting at landscapers for, quote, getting grass on his car and making his car uncolorful.
Listen, at 91, I don't have a problem with it. You know what? At 91, you do what you gotta do. If you want to shoot some people up in your front yard and you got grass all over your car, go for it. You're 91. You earn the right to pop off a few rounds in your front yard.
And final story for you, John. 3 Florida high school smugglers arrested after stone cold stunning on TV reporter after doing a post-game interview and pinning 1, 2, 3.
If that was done in like a fun and humorous way, I think it's hilarious. But if they like really hardcore put the stoner on him, that's a different scenario. Like that, you can really hurt somebody. But if it was just like a fun, playful thing, that's pretty funny. And I will point out that the stunner has made a comeback too. We have heard a plethora of people getting stone cold stunned on the Boss Report over the past month or so.
Exactly. This is actually our fifth story of the year. Fifth story of the year.
And that's, listen, we're what we are in the 11th month of the year, so that's, we're getting one every other month.
Yeah, so there has to be one if we get to the year 2027. So, John, before we close the shop, what is your take on today's MPFD?
This was a good report. This was a sneaky good report. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were some stories out there that just got sidetracked. A lot of masturbation today. I don't know what it is the time of year or what. I feel bad for those ladies on the plane that got smothered in Manville. That was terrible. Terrible scenario. Oregon man came up out of nowhere today. This is the only thing I said about Oregon man. You gotta come up with some original stuff. Like, at this point, you're just kind of biting the Florida man's game. So, I mean, I respect you for being on the report and all that. You gotta come up with some original stuff. Like, look at China Man. Okay, China Man came into the mix and he just went hard after Florida. He was chopping up penises left and right, trying to take that crown. You know what I'm saying? So, Oregon Man, welcome. Appreciate you to show up, but you gotta come up with some original stuff, right?
The South African man severing returning. That's definitely.
I don't even know, dude. Like, I don't even know where to go with that. I'm trying to visualize, not in a disgusting way. I was trying to visualize how you go about doing it. It's just, it doesn't seem, whatever. I'm just letting it go. It doesn't seem like it would be that easy to do.
I'm pretty sure that'll be on John's mind all week.
I will report back to you folks next week and let you know what I find out in the. I'll do some research on it.
Yes, indeed. John Beckler, Bossman Network, and BossmanRadioShow.com.
And if you don't know, now you know.
I want to thank our guest today, Coach Matt McCall, Chattanooga. Good job, Coach, beating them Bulldogs. Proud of you. Jared Zwerling, NBPA, Sytonnia, MoreSportsWireMag.com. Catch you next week, same bad time, same bad channel. Bossman Radio Network, BossmanRadioShow.com. We out.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Spreaker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.